What's wrong with you? This is the D.C Show on YouTube and Facebook. One Universal Productions. I am Dirty. And Damien, I know you got a comment. So
your name like that.
I know you got a comment. Go on, make your comment.
Comment about what?
About what I did to you tonight. Go on. I'm waiting.
The hell did you do?
I put you in a box.
I'll say the B.O.B.
You trying to separate people and shit?
I mean, yeah, I just figured fuck it for today.
Yeah, so the black man gonna be over here.
I figured I'd put the black man in the box today.
You can't put me nowhere. I'm everywhere.
You can't. Sitting right there in the middle of next to me is the idiot Seabiscuit.
I don't even get to introduce myself.
No, you don't, because you're a moron.
He's back from getting his Seabiscuit taken care of.
And then down there is our special guest, the man from the comedy swamp himself, the one, the only,
Mike Ratcliffe in the flesh.
What's up, buddy? Thanks for joining us tonight.
Thank you for having me. I very much appreciate it.
Yeah. So it's an interesting show because we weren't on last week.
Nah, man.
We were having some technical difficulties.
Yeah.
It seems like when the rain happens,
we
lose power. We lose our internet.
I think that happens for a lot of people.
You think so?
Yeah, it's called nature.
Is that what it's called? Nature?
It's nature doing what it do. Man.
Mother Nature?
Man.
Mother Nature's a bitch, though.
Why you gotta put a gender to it?
No, here we go. Here we go. Seabiscuit. Now, Mike, the reason why we're going to explain to you how Seabiscuit got his name. So Seabiscuit was at a show. He left the show.
You love that man meat, don't you? He says that as he eats.
What are you eating there? Meat. Are you eating jerky?
I love the jerky.
You like that? You like that protein?
It accordingly.
You like that protein?
Yes.
I like how you rip it instead of just putting it in it. You just
put it in.
He takes times with his meat.
He like a classy lady.
I'm gonna say the F word on this show quite a bit.
Why?
I just bet I will.
Why, Seabiscuit? That's just rude, dude.
Yeah, that is rude.
I haven't been on a couple weeks.
I know you haven't,
but I haven't had to censor myself for a couple weeks. So
you should still not use profanity like the word fuck.
Okay, so we can curse because I'm very bad at it. Okay. I got a little worried.
We all can, Mike. Seabiscuit can't.
Okay.
Mike can really say whatever the hell he wants.
Seabiscuit.
That's probably not something you should tell me.
We have the coffin. Do you want to go in the coffin?
No.
Okay. Be good. No. Be a good boy. So, Mike, the reason why Seabiscuit got his name is he actually went to Texas and had his penis removed and turned into a Seabiscuit.
His penis removed?
Yep, it turned into a Seabiscuit. He had it turned into a Seabiscuit, so it's not a vagina, it's a Seabiscuit.
Oh. It's like a merging of the two.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
He says, all right.
All right. I'll look that up later, I feel like.
I wouldn't.
It's not going to be the weirdest thing I've Googled today.
Oh, okay.
Cool. That's fair.
Okay. What is the weirdest thing you Googled today, Mike?
It's like asking a man how many women he slept with in front of his wife.
Yeah, it's the same reaction, just like
it's that awkward question. I was like, I don't know if I should. It's a trap question.
The weirdest thing at Google today probably had something to do with Pornhub. I'm assuming
Pornhub's a great site.
I do this.
Free.
I enjoy. This is gonna get weird. I really like to just watch, not like for any other reason, just for like the products, like the production quality of porn. Like I like to see the weirder side of things.
Hey.
And, I'll sit there 3 hours
the artistry and everything.
On,
I actually like watching the bloopers.
3 hours in pants on.
I like watching the bloopers.
Yeah, so you know it like.
Have you ever seen
when they missed the hole?
Yeah, have you ever seen the porn bloopers?
I've seen one where a lady shitted herself.
Yeah,
that
is a blooper.
Yeah.
Well, depending on the category.
You're talking about the fart porn?
I don't know, bro. Somebody just sent it to me, and the lady, she ended up pooping herself, and the cameraman was the one that got it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the one that's there are these people that get turned on by farts. Apparently, there are some actresses that legitimately do that.
Yeah, I met a wrestler who's like that.
And just
I met a wrestler like that.
Right?
She's on camera and she's about to let one rip, and she lets one rip, and poop comes out. And she goes, juicy.
Oh, that's gross.
Wait,
call that the money shot.
Is that what we call that, Mike?
Yeah, we in the biz call that the money shot.
The money
I
shot.
don't know what business that is.
Right. So the way that we met Mike is we met Mike through Nathan Orton.
Right. Shout out to Nathan, man.
Yeah.
Phenomenal comic.
Right. And so they have, because I live out there in
Out there.
in St. Charles.
St. Charles.
Nathan was on here talking about his upcoming show that he had at the Comedy Swamp. So I went out there and was supporting the guys.
Awesome.
And funny show.
That was a really good show. That was Nathan Orton, Spencer Tegmeyer.
Yes.
Yeah, that was the first one.
That was your first one,
yeah,
correct?
yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
that was the first show you had, which was really, really good. You ended up working.
Yeah, man.
Seabiscuit was working that night. So I went out to support, for us. And it's been a really good show. And so it was fun. So I met Mike that way. And I was like, hey, man, I'd really love, he was like, I told him how I met Nathan and all that. And he's like, oh, I would love to come on. I said, I would love to have some of your guys' comedians come on.
Of course.
Of course. We're here to help promote people. So me and Mike started talking back and forth. And then Mike texted me and said, hey, how would you guys, what?
No, I'm just laughing at you because, you seem like you really want to be professional for Mike, but Mike, he's doing a shitty job. Look. Look, man, just say how you really feel. You went there, you had a great time.
I had a great fucking time. Me and Mike were talking. I'm like, hey, we would love to do a DCS show. Mike's like, that's cool. Mike checked in one day, said, hey, if I get so many likes, I'll get a tattoo on my ass.
I remember
Of the
that.
Blade Trinity.
I remember that.
I'm still very excited about that tattoo, actually.
But now they're going to be a new Blade, so
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Seabiscuit. Shut up, you idiot.
it'll be better than Snipes.
We're going to talk
I
about
don't know
that.
if I want to sit next to him anymore. We're gonna talk Snipes. You kidding me? That's the only movie that anybody should see. It's all the Blades.
Right. The Blade movies are phenomenal. I love
They're
the
not
Blade
phenomenal.
movies.
Are
The
they-
Blade movies are some of my favorite
They're
movies, man.
Marvel, right? It's a
Yeah,
Marvel
They're the
comic?
ones
It
that
will
led
be
the
now.
way
Okay.
with Ali as the lead.
Yeah, it will. Come on, Seabiscuit, spit it out, you idiot.
Oh, dude, I have so much I want to talk about. That's not even the beginning.
Oh, okay. Seabiscuit is a moron, but that's okay. We still love him. Don't we,
Comic-Con
Seabiscuit?
was this weekend, so, my nerdgasms are off the chart.
Mike, do you ever have nerdgasms?
He's
we can
dealing
call
with that
that,
and eating protein, and you just you're in there.
Actually, man, like I said, my nerdgasms are off the chart. Protein is a need.
So if anybody listening, you want to go and you want to see our show, you can go to Mike's page.
That would be the Comedy Swamp.
Well, I put it on your personal page, but I'm going to share it right now to the Comedy Swamp,
also
too, for
my
you, bud.
page, yeah.
Also, remember, he's dyslexic, so he writes the D.S.C.
Did I do that tonight?
Yep, you just did it on the Comedy Swamp.
The D... Oh, shit, I did. Well,
It's not his fault.
we got to
It's
give
not
you...
his fault.
Sometimes we have to give you some love, Seabiscuit.
It's not his fault.
Why was that giving me, like,
Huh?
'cause I'm being the second one instead of, why are you putting him to the end of everything today?
I have no idea.
I don't know,
Like
man.
D.S.C. would put Cortez at the end.
I don't know.
I'm at the end.
You put him in a box.
I
like,
put him
you
in a
don't know-
box. God, Dirty's an
God,
asshole.
is there some feud going on I didn't know about? Like I've missed over the last couple weeks.
What it is, he's missed you, and he wants to have you closer.
I can see that. I'm sitting right next to him today.
There's
So,
a lot
yeah.
of love in this room. I can feel it.
Mike's like, what the fuck
guys
did
are
I
just-
walk
yeah, you
into?
guys are
He's like, no, I'm sitting in the middle of all of this. What's gonna happen? Or am I gonna die tonight?
Oh, I'm gonna definitely instigate. That's for sure.
That's perfect, Mike. Do it. That's what we want, brother.
All right, so Mike, man, how long have you been doing comedy?
I'm about 7 months in.
Okay,
I started in January. Yeah, my first show was at Helium Open Mic,
Cool.
hosted by the very talented Tina DeBell. So shout out to Tina. Yeah,
Tina.
I've been doing it about 7 months. About 3 months in, whenever I moved out to St. Louis,
Okay.
somebody in St. Charles was just like, "You want to run a show at Girl Daddies?" And so I've been very lucky,
that's what's
very
up,
lucky.
man.
And,
That's what's up, man.
and especially with the help of Nathan Orton has been huge. Again, I mean, he's been one of the bigger helping forces with being on the show, promoting it for me. I mean, he's He's my angel.
Well, you have us. You have us too.
Yeah, and you guys. I would have met you guys if it wasn't for Nathan.
That's awesome.
So yeah,
man. That's awesome,
yeah.
man. That's a lot of progress in a short period of time, bro. To go from getting into comedy to be running a show like that.
I mean, it's definitely something. It's a learning experience. I don't know. I've been doing the show itself for about 5 months now, and I still have no idea what I'm doing at all.
Nice.
I just learned how to make posters recently. That's kind of cool. So they now look good. Like, instead of just this really shitty photoshopped thing of ugh. People were just like, use an app, and I was like, it's that easy, and they're like, no, it's that easy. So I downloaded the app, and it's that easy.
Which app are you using?
It's called like Canvas.
That's a good one. Yeah.
I made the first one. I did a house show at my house, oddly enough, on Friday. And it took me like 10 minutes to make this poster. Best poster I've ever made for about 5 months now. 5-10 minutes.
Right.
Yeah,
like,
I should have been using
I have to
this
check this app
a long
out.
time ago. So
It's a good app.
Okay, that's what's up, man.
We use it a lot.
what's
Me and
up,
you
man.
do.
Yeah.
For stuff that we make.
Is that what I look like right now?
Yeah, that's what you look like right now. He goes, cool.
Sorry, guys.
So look, so let me ask you, like, what inspired you to want to do comedy?
Comedy kind of, I've always been, I probably my mom. So when I was, let's say
That's
8,
exactly what
8 or
Nathan
9,
Orton
she
said.
showed me, she showed me the No One Forgets the Spanish Inquisition sketch by Monty Python.
Oh, okay, cool. Cool, that's a good one.
And I mean, from that on, like I've always been the class clown. That was how I got away with being a shitty student. And like,
Fair.
I fully believe I graduated high school solely off the power of comedy. And I've always been. I'm an attention whore. I really like to be the center of attention.
Okay.
So just kind of. I mean, I did do it in 2010 for a little bit, and I had what I think is the worst thing that can happen to any new comic is your first couple of open mics go really well because you don't learn anything. You're supposed to suck. And I mean, they went really well for a first timer, so they probably sucked anyways. But I thought I was, I'm the next George Carlin or something. And I just kind of faded out, got into some things I shouldn't have.
Okay.
And then this year, my girlfriend was like, it's time to get back into it. It's time to write some jokes instead of just telling me them in bed, at night. And I was like, okay. And here we are.
That's what's up, bro.
And now you're sitting here next to the most unprofessional professional show on the internet.
I know. I feel like I've made it.
You feel like you've made it? Well, hey,
I
we
feel like
appreciate that.
Yeah.
This is it.
He said because he's next to me. Yeah.
Yeah. Next to who? Seabiscuit?
Hey, man.
No, Seabiscuit.
Anybody? Well, I mean,
I'm dressed the most professional here, so.
Seabiscuit, nobody cares, dude.
Technically.
No, nobody cares.
But in my defense, it's because this is like the closest shirt to me before I left the house. So,
So you just grab whatever's clean.
yeah, I was like, I don't even know if it's clean. It's just close enough to me.
I don't know if it's clean.
I can tell you this one is not.
That's fair, man.
I can tell you that much right
if
now.
you look at the last 10 videos I was in,
you
it's
look
the
like a bum.
same tank in every one, and I'm sure I didn't wash it anywhere between those videos.
Oh,
Oh
we're
my
sure. We're sure,
God.
Seabiscuit, that you didn't. We're sure. So now, Nathan, we're
Next to who?
Mike, we're doing
Hey,
an
man.
intimate
Oh,
night with the
man.
D.C
Well,
show.
I mean,
You do realize what you bargained for,
Seabiscuit,
right?
Nobody cares, dude.
oh, I'm hoping for insanity.
Nobody cares.
But in my
A
defense,
little absurdity,
closest shirt
and
to
maybe
me
some
before I
male
left the
frontal
house.
nudity.
So-
So you just grab
Well,
whatever's clean.
we already
Yeah,
have
like-
decided
Look at
Seabiscuit is going to show his
Look at
Seabiscuit.
I can tell you this
Ah.
one. There we go.
The second you stare at me,
And then-
Tell you
Now
that
you
one.
do
you
realize,
look
like,
like the last takes a lot to get me there, though. 10
no, don't worry,
videos I was
Seabiscuit,
in.
because we
You look like a
decided
bum in a game.
Oh, yeah, we got a couple games.
we were playing a game.
games?
Oh,
Uh,
yes,
sure,
it's
sure.
going to be
Right.
drinking
That
games.
you didn't.
And we're going to have 4 comics. So now, Nathan,
Right?
we're,
Yeah.
Mike, we're doing, we have all 4 for
Hey,
sure.
man.
An intimate
I
night with the
haven't yet.
DC
I haven't.
show.
No, I mean,
You do realize what you bargained for,
is-
right?
We're not
Oh,
allowed
I'm
to
hoping
heckle
for
you, right?
insanity.
Nobody cares.
But in
No,
my
no, bro, you can't.
It's
You
not gonna
can't
go well.
after they get off the
So
air.
you just grab whatever's
We
clean.
already have
Right
decided
down.
Seabiscuit is going to
Look
look
at
at his
this
Seabiscuit.
Oh,
Don't
that
worry,
is amazing. I would love to see the
Yeah.
response.
because we're going to have tips. So, Seabiscuit, this is how you do realize,
You look
like,
like
they would have already planned this.
He thought they weren't
No,
going
don't
to
worry,
respond.
Seabiscuit. So we
You're
you're
right.
I know they're going to
going
respond.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
how
we
that
got a
works,
couple
right?
games.
We were
Alright.
playing a game.
Drinking games?
Oh,
Oh,
yes,
sure,
it's
sure.
going to be drinking
That
games.
you didn't.
So.
And we're gonna have 4 comics. So now Nathan, right? Oh no, they're gonna have to we have all 4 for sure. How would you explain it, Mike?
show. I mean,
I literally, you realize what you was laughing my ass off. This nobody cares. His delivery is just so. How would you explain it? Is going to
I would love to see this.
Because we're gonna have Seabiscuit. This is how you do realize, like, they already planned this.
He thought they weren't going to respond.
So you're saying,
I know they're going to respond.
Oh, yeah.
That's how that works.
we were playing a game. Yes, it's a drinking game. What's up, Jimmy? And we're gonna have 4 comics. There was this one. There was this one night where you sit here and you tell the show. How would you accept Bob's blow up show?
I mean, oh yeah.
And then you realize what you just like stop this and joke. Nobody cares. And everybody's looking at him like, and that's how he did it. How would you explain it? I literally lost it. Just seeing him standing there. Because we're gonna have it's just like he's just sitting there looking at people. And like everybody's looking at him and he's like, I had a punch. And that's how he did it. I literally lost it. Just seeing him standing there. Yes.
It was the whole song too. Like it was. So there were moments where it just build up where you think he's gonna.
And like everybody's looking at him and he's like,
It was the whole song too. Like it was. So there were moments where it just build up where you think he's gonna.
It's going to be interesting, and I can't wait. You know, Seabiscuit here is our resident Noah. Him and his right hand get along very well.
So there were moments where
It's a lot of work, you know.
So it's going to be interesting to see. It's straight.
Every now and then, my right hand,
Seabiscuit here is our resident Noah. We're going to put Mike and Seabiscuit on the stage,
it's a lot of work,
and they're going to do the show live. While me and you just sit back, right? Wouldn't that be great?
I think the show is going to be amazing.
It's never been a comedy stage show.
a lot of work.
And they're going to do the show live. While me and you just sit back. You don't remember that?
Yeah, see this.
He couldn't hold the camera straight like a moron. Like half our interview was our feet.
I mean,
So that's
a
what
lady
you're
did tell me to come.
That is true. He
Tis
did
true.
have that.
It's true.
He did
She's
have
not
that.
unattractive either.
Hey man, Seabiscuit be winning on the low.
That's true. He does, doesn't
He
he?
wins on the low. How
He
do you
does.
do it?
Our man Arlington Lane's on there.
What up? Hey.
What's up, Arlington? He's got a bone to pick with you, by the way.
Uh,
Well, you have us told me.
about what I said about the whole movie thing.
Yeah.
I stand by that.
Are
Hey.
you serious? You stand by that?
Yeah, man.
What movie?
Come on, dog. You really can't stand by that.
Yeah, I do.
No way.
I do, man. So
All right, go on, Mike. You know they released the new. Oh, go on, Geek Boy. This is Seabiscuit's moment.
Oh, you want me to talk about San Diego Comic-Con right now?
Yeah, go for it. Get your little Seabiscuit all wet.
Before he jumps balls deep into this, let's stay on topic with that real quick, and then he can just run free.
Okay, go.
So basically, they announced that they were making a new Blade movie. Seabiscuit and Arlington were some of the first people to tell me, it was Mahershala Ali, which that's cool. Like, I think he's a great actor. I have nothing against him. I think that's pretty dope. Me personally, I said, hey, I think Michael Jai White would have been pretty dope.
Nope.
Everybody's been telling me no.
He's a terrible actor. Name one good movie.
He's had a couple good
Name
ones.
one.
I like, what's my shit? You know the shit, man.
I don't know the shit.
Yeah, the
I
shit
just
was a
took
good
it.
movie.
I took a shit before we left.
But the Quentin Tarantino one?
Nah, not
The
them
Quentin
shits.
Tarantino
Not them
one, he
shits.
says.
Damn,
Which
I
one?
can't. Black Dynamite, man.
No.
Okay, Black Dynamite was a blaxploitation film made in the 2000s.
I get that. But
That
like
was
he's
not-
also done like other
But
like movies and
it
live
was
television.
good acting
I'm not
because it's
saying
supposed to be
he's
bad
the
acting.
greatest actor in the world. But what I'm saying is Marvel has a way of working around people's flaws and still making them look good. And with him being a great martial artist and still having a great look, I think he would have fit the role.
No.
And why are you saying no?
Because he's a terrible actor. He destroyed the movie Blade.
How
He destroyed the movie Spawn.
how can he destroy something
It
he
was
had
terrible.
no control
He
over?
was terrible.
That movie was terrible.
No,
Todd
that movie
McFarlane-
wasn't. It would have
that
been. It
movie-
was.
Pardon. That movie is
The only good
phenomenal.
part about that film,
Yeah, I
period.
remember it, yeah.
The only good part about that film, period, was John Leguizamo.
I'll give
I'll
you
give you
John
that.
Leguizamo.
Okay, so once
Was
again, everything
fantastic
else
as
that
it.
was in that movie was completely out of his control.
No,
Like even Todd McFarlane has said that.
I don't care. He's a terrible actor.
Hey,
Terrible actor.
I don't think
I
he'd
like
be a good
peaches.
Blade.
You like
I don't think
lemons,
he'd be a
bro.
good
It
Blade.
is what it is.
Okay,
I think who they picked is a great
Look,
Blade.
and I'm not. I have no issue with that. Like, but everybody was trying to sit there and say, "Well, he's too old. He's too old." But I'm like, by time they actually released this movie, this dude's going to be in his late 40s, going into his 50s.
He's 51.
You're talking about Michael Jai White. I'm talking about the Ali guy.
Well, Ali will be what? He's
By
46.
the time the movie comes out, if it comes out, he'll probably be like 48 or 49.
I don't
bro.
care. I think it's a great choice.
And I'm not saying I
Great
get it.
choice.
He's a great actor. I'm not taking that from him. I think he's an exceptional actor.
Mike's gonna agree with you because you're big and scary.
I mean, I guess he should have his own
Yeah.
fucking mind. But,
I'm an armed ranger. Are you kidding me?
but what,
Anything he says.
what I'm saying is like, okay, I'm gonna say as far as the Blade movies go,
Right?
I only like the first two. The
third one I was.
I think the only reason I didn't like the third one was because of Triple H and the whole Count Dracula type thing.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I agree with you on that
Triple
one.
H was not good in that movie.
But I'm thinking about like the presence, and I get it. They're two completely separate, different people, everything like that. But think of the presence that Wesley Snipes left behind, though. As far as being not only like a good actor, but as far as an action star and all that. Like, I'm curious to see if Ali has that, if he can bring that same excitement to a fighting scene.
Right, I
that
got you. I
Wesley
got
Snipes
you.
did.
I see what you're saying.
That's why, to me, in my mind, Michael Jai White was a person who could slide into that lane.
Right, I got you. I see what you're saying.
That's
I see
all
what
I'm
you're
saying. I'm not saying that he's the best choice.
Right.
I don't know if he could have held the same type of presence though that Snipes had though in that role.
Why don't we just keep using Wesley Snipes? I mean, throw him about. I'm sure he's bankrupt at this point now. He probably needs another.
He was at
movie.
the Stan Lee at Comic-Con. He was at the Stan Lee Memorial.
He's-
Well, of course he is. He should be.
I'm trying to get his way back in.
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
he
He-
wants to
he
be a
sounded
Blade Trinity
like-
too.
Whacked out of his mind at the interview that they did with him. He just was in Victorian speech the entire time.
That's what I'm going to do for my next set. Is just Victorian speech.
Just and thou art yes.
I was going to give it an example, and then I realized I don't really know how to talk.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
that.
But it was just like, and thou art into mine way.
Yeah.
Maybe I guess maybe he thought he could show them he had range or something.
It must
Bad
have
timing.
something.
Bad.
Did
I don't
something
know.
right.
It was
But,
just
like,
weird. Like I was like, it's Wesley Snipes. Like, why do you talking like that?
But Mahershala Ali dude, he's a great actor.
Oh, he's
like
a
everything
great
I've
actor.
seen him in,
Presence on
I've
screen.
really liked.
Oh,
But
and
I
a big
think what-
shout out to my sister-in-law. She had to put her dog down.
Oh, I'm sorry
for
about
15
that.
years today.
Sorry about that.
Damn.
Yeah, so rest in peace, Kang.
But I will say this though. What excited me about him being Blade, besides his, his talent, and I understand his depth,
Right?
was the fact that he sought it out. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
he
saying?
did,
Like he
right.
sought the role
I agree
out. Like
with you.
it wasn't like something like they came to him. which
Right, yeah.
Majority everybody else they've gone to. So
I mean, I agree with you.
I think that's what kind of got me with that.
Right, I got you.
But other than that, man, hey, I
Okay,
don't care.
there you go.
Like,
All right,
you can
so-
do your thing, man.
It is the Seabiscuit corner where Seabiscuit will slide off of his chair because his Seabiscuit will get absolutely saturated because we are
It's already
talking.
entrenched from this conversation. I know what you're talking about.
Oh, I'm sure it is. So go on, Seabiscuit.
So this last week was Comic-Con. At Comic-Con, Marvel comes out. They talk about a lot of stuff. Comic-wise, I was pretty excited. A lot of new things coming out. They killed off the X-Men last month. I don't know if people knew that. They're bringing them back, though, in 6 different comic lines, which look fantastic. And then when it comes to movies, Disney Plus launches in November.
I'm getting it.
Oh, I'm getting that. It's only $7 a month.
I'm getting it.
Or it's $70 for an entire year. You're paying for 10 months, getting 12 months.
I'm getting it.
So I can watch Finding Nemo just whenever.
Yeah, you can watch. You can watch all the Disney, all the Pixar, Star Wars, Marvel, all that stuff on there. Best thing.
If you think about it, technically,
We can't hear you.
It won't be a need for any other like streaming service, not unless you really want to see something dark.
Right, it's true.
Which is mostly what I watch. But I do love Moana, though. So let's see how far I'll go there.
Seabiscuit, you are a effing pervert.
Just let it go.
Wait, Seabiscuit. You love Moana. Well, who do you love?
I like Moana. I like Frozen. I like Toy Story.
What
Like
have
Toy
you,
Story.
I've never seen Finding Dory.
what
I
have you
haven't seen
done
them.
to yourself
What?
watching her?
Moana?
Yeah.
Nothing.
You liar,
I
Seabiscuit.
saw those eyes.
Right. Did you see
I
that?
saw you line up.
Did you see that? Did you see that,
Wow.
Mike? You saw it too, right?
I know what you do. All
He
right.
said your eyes lit
God.
up.
No, so they
This is
announced the
going
next.
to be great. Can you imagine?
They announced
Hold on,
Phase
Seabiscuit.
4.
Be quiet before I turn your microphone down.
He's
Can you
buttering
imagine
biscuit.
this? Can you imagine we're at this comedy show and these comics are looking at Seabiscuit and then Seabiscuit tries to start heckling them and then they just start ripping on him? That's what's going to be the funny part.
I don't know, man. You might be surprised, man. Seabiscuit might have some comebacks. Man.
That's true. Once he starts
He-
hammering. And
hey,
that
he
is
may
August
have-
26th at 9
When I'm
o'clock.
drunk, I don't care.
Hey,
about
can I
anything.
get the plug out for where we're at, Seabiscuit?
Oh, yeah, you can, I guess.
August
Talk
29th.
faster.
Crawdaddies, an intimate. The Comedy Swamp presents an intimate night with the D.C.S Show. The show starts at 9, Mike.
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock. So there you go. All right,
9 o'clock.
Seabiscuit, go on.
Okay, so they announced Phase 4 of Marvel, which looks fantastic.
Oh, also go and like the Comedy Swamp on Facebook.
Yeah. To 1,000. I'm getting that tattoo.
That's right. All right, Seabiscuit, you can go.
Looks fantastic.
Oh, also go to YouTube and subscribe to our show on One Universal Productions. Also go to our Facebook page, One Universal Productions. And go check out One Nation Network TV. I think that's it. Okay, Seabiscuit, go.
You should also ask him if
By
he
the way, I
can
want to
shirt.
shout out my cat real quick.
All right, Seabiscuit, sorry, go.
Fucking hell. Can I talk for real? For real?
Nobody's talking.
Take it real.
Okay. So
Oh, also check out the
I'm gonna spill my beer all over the laptop.
this Wednesday with myself at Arlington Lane. We're talking all XFL. All our boy Frankie's been asking where the hell we've been. So shout out to Frank.
Frank!
All right, Seabiscuit, it is your turn.
We found the Snorlax.
Your turn, Seabiscuit, go.
Marvel Phase 4 is going to be fantastic. It's going to start off with Black Widow next year, which is going to have Taskmaster as the villain.
Go on.
Oh, that's them. Okay. I thought you were playing something behind me. So it's going to have Taskmaster as the villain. You got David Harbour, who's playing basically the Russian Captain America.
That's the guy from Stranger Things.
Yep,
Isn't it?
that's Hopper from Stranger Things.
Hey, you know what? Hey, side note. Sorry, bro. I've been watching. I recently started watching them shits. I like it, man. I like Gums McGee. He's real. He's
Talking about
smart.
Dustin.
Yeah, Gums McGee.
So they wrote that whatever it's called, the
gumminess.
The
Yeah,
gum thing, yeah. into his character after he got the role because it's an actual thing that he had.
Yeah. I saw. He wasn't joking. No, you could tell. Go ahead.
Today, Seabiscuit. Now
Black
come on.
Widow's going to be followed up by a show on Disney Plus called Falcon and Winter Soldier, which is going to be
That's gonna
them
be dope.
going up against Baron
It
Zemo, who was the villain in Captain America: Civil War.
That's gonna be dope.
It's going to be fantastic. Yes. They're also going to be doing after that. They're doing Shang-Chi, which I was really interested in to see how they were actually going to work that in. It's going to be him versus the Ten Rings organization, which
That's gonna be dope.
is going to be Mandarin, which is phenomenal.
Oh, also check out Sunday Brunch on Sundays from 3 o'clock to 4 with Linda Brown.
Linda.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'm done.
Okay. After that, you're gonna have a couple more.
Oh,
shows.
also check
You're
out.
gonna have Loki.
Hold on, I got a plug. I got another plug.
Yeah, you gotta plug your mouth.
I got another one.
Sentence.
If you like
Plug
streaming,
your
check
mouth.
out Casey with 3 Ys Live on Twitch for all your streaming needs. And also, on August 29th, you know what we're doing, Seabiscuit?
What?
The Comedy Swamp.
Oh,
Are you even paying attention?
I was like, wait, you've already plugged this. Why are we doing it again? Okay.
Plug so nice, you say it twice.
Yeah.
He's got a point.
I do.
Very good point,
Thank you.
Seabiscuit.
Never had a plug that nice.
No, that's why you got a Seabiscuit.
Gross, Seabiscuit. Gross.
It's not that gross. It's like a ring pop for your butt.
Wow.
He's so confused. You don't even know where to start. I love it.
So look,
So
basically,
there's 3 more shows after that. There's going to be Loki, which is taking place after Endgame when he gets the Tesseract, and it's going to be the bad Loki, or how to plug not the reformed Loki. There's
No,
going to
that's
be
why you gotta
a
see
show
Biscuit.
called
Gross,
What If,
Seabiscuit,
which is going to be
gross.
also really good. It's an animated show, but it's going to be like, what if Peggy Carter got the Super Soldier Serum instead of Captain America? What if Falcon never became, the sidekick of Captain America? Things like I'm using Captain America examples for some reason, but it's going to be animated, and the Watcher who plays Uatu, the Watcher, is going to be Jeffrey Wright, who was he played Arnold and Bernard in Westworld on HBO.
never watched it.
I'm watching it second season right now because the season 3 trailer came out at San Diego Comic-Con, and it's a fantastic show that everyone should watch.
You know, Seabiscuit, you could make something that is actually so interesting seem so boring.
I know, I do it all the time.
Okay.
The last thing though that I'm really excited about is the fact that Phase 4 is, they did talk about there's going to be mutants coming in, Fantastic Four. There's going to be other things coming after this, including Blade with Mahershala Ali.
Yes.
But I was really excited about the Hawkeye show that they announced, because it was a show that hasn't been announced yet until this Comic-Con panel, and it's going to be Hawkeye training up Kate Bishop, who is the one who takes over that mantle after him, and you're going to see during those 5 years that take place at Endgame and what he was doing as Ronin. So it's going to be kind of a timepiece where you're going to see what he did and why he's training someone else to take his place.
I think it's all gonna be dope because one, they're switching it up a bit. Like for the longest, it's been like 2, 3. Then it
Totally
went to
forgot
like
something.
almost 4 movies a year. To now, within a 2-year span, they're gonna do 5 movies and 5 TV shows. And I think the one thing I'm most excited about is WandaVision and
Doctor
the Doctor
Strange.
Strange movie.
That's the one thing I had forgotten.
Yeah. Like I'm really excited about that because it's supposed to be like the first quote unquote horror movie in the MCU. So I'm really looking forward to
The way that it's being described,
Yeah.
It's a horror movie?
Yeah.
the way that the WandaVision show is being
Okay.
described is fantastic too. It's like so from a comic book nerd like me, there was a run of the Vision comics that came out about 4 years ago, or 4 or 5 years ago, where Vision and like the Vision family. So he constructed a family for himself. So he had his wife, his daughter, his son. It was like a 1950s comic. Like they were in the 1950s style home life. Like it was a dad goes to work, he comes home, the wife has a martini for him, kind of thing, which is really weird when you read the comic book, because the teenage daughter was kind of 80s angst, like punk style, but the household felt very 50s. And they're also merging it with the storyline called House of M, which
That's what I thought was going to end up happening.
they're merging it with a little bit of that, which with that storyline is one of the greatest storylines in Marvel history. And at the end of it, you have like a handful of mutants. And this time, I think it's going to change that. I think it'll actually be more mutants.
Did you dress? What do you dress? What do they call that when you dress up?
It's called cosplay.
Cosplay? Did you cosplay?
No, I didn't get to go. It's in San Diego.
No. Okay, I thought you went.
No.
What the hell are we talking about this for?
Thank you, Mike. Finally.
This is something that people don't tend to pay attention to, but I paid attention to it all weekend. Like, I know everything that was announced, including all the new movies, one of which I'm excited for is Cats.
If you Cats, did you see the trailer? Horrifying.
I mean,
Yeah,
the
it did
trailer,
seem
yeah, you're right. But
I
like,
haven't seen it.
My cat's not allowed in my house anymore because of that trailer.
I grew up in a house where my grandma was playing that all the time.
I've
And
never seen Cats, and I haven't
Cats
seen
is actually
this
a really
trailer.
good movie.
What's a musical?
Yeah.
written by Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Yeah, I don't like musicals. I'm not a fan of them.
That's fine.
So if you did go and you did cosplay, what would you cosplay as?
Oh my God,
What would you? What
Mike,
would
you're
you-
gonna make his head explode.
I want to know.
Because I go to Renaissance fairs a lot.
Redfest,
and I'll dress up every now and again. But like, I'll throw a curveball and I'll just go as a stormtrooper, see what happens. Just
The only thing I would ever really want to be is Red Hood, and that's
Red Hood.
yeah,
Is that DC or Marvel?
DC.
Okay, because I have 2 Batman tattoos, and everybody's like, "Oh, did you read the comic books?" Like, no, I didn't.
No.
I have a giant Green Lantern and Red Hood symbol right here, and I know them because like I got into comic books really early in life. So for me, Red Hood is like my all-time favorite.
Mine was like, I just really like the
He's not even
Batman
really a
animated
hero.
series.
He kills people, so he's not.
Batman doesn't. What a bitch.
This is the second. So Red Hood's the second Robin.
Yeah, it's not what's his nuts? What's
It's
his
not
name?
Dick.
Yeah.
It's not Tim. It's not
Tim Drake.
Damien.
Didn't Tim Drake get murdered?
No,
like
that
fucked
was
up by
Jason,
Okay.
which
What
is
did I
the Red
do?
Hood.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, he's the one that gets fucked up by the Joker.
He's the one who gets beaten to death with the crowbar and then exploded, and then
Yeah.
somehow comes back to life due to the interventions of Talia al Ghul and the League of Assassins.
And you
Is
wonder
that his mom?
Hmm?
Is that his mom?
Mhm.
Okay.
And Seabiscuit, you
Talia
wonder
is
why
Damien's mom.
Okay, Damien's mom. Okay.
you wonder why you don't have any fun on the side with women.
He's
That's 'cause I'm
talking
poor.
like you. Well, hey, that does make a difference.
You can
It
be
does.
as nerdy as you want. If
No,
you have
know
money,
what? I take that
you
back.
got
I
girls.
take that back because you know what? Having money does make it easier. But what actually makes it fun is the struggle of being able to accomplish it with absolutely nothing.
I'll agree.
It's the only reason I'm funny.
You know, that's funny that you say that because guess what I found?
Thank you.
What's that?
Beef curtains.
Oh, really?
Yes. I found the video. Little
You
beef
found
curtains.
her?
Yeah.
Look at him. Look, he looks all.
Missed opportunities.
Oh, trust me, Seabiscuit, you had no chance with this girl.
Oh, 100% not.
None with this girl.
Well,
Not
yeah,
with that
whatever.
kind
And
of
the crazy part
attitude.
about it was I was the one that was interviewing her. I was legitimately talking to her, like having a conversation. I wouldn't, but you could tell she was like looking in my eyes to make sure that I was like looking her in the face and not looking. I was like, "Come on, man, you know what you're doing here." Oh, so while he does that, let me ask you this: how do you guys feel about everybody's reaction to the quote unquote what they're calling it the woke moment in the MCU or the woke phase? Because you know they have a lot more diversity this round, like
Like the fact they're bringing in Jane Foster's Thor.
that Eternals.
I mean, it's not necessarily. I wouldn't.
Shang-Chi.
I wouldn't call it like a woke phase. I'd say that they're trying now that they've had the mainline heroes. They're trying to make sure that everyone gets represented in their universe. It's not something that makes like that'll make them any or more or less woke than anything else. It's more they want to make sure that everyone feels like they can go to an MCU movie and watch it. And feel
This has been an
respected and like adored in that universe. That they could be that hero.
Okay.
They don't want us to have someone on the sideline sitting there who's just they're that one person that can't be a hero because there's no one representing them on screen. Which I mean, that's why Stan Lee became famous. He made comic books to where people could get represented. He made Blade when vampires and like black leads were outlawed in comic books. I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah.
So, he got in a shitload of trouble for creating Blade because he wanted to show like black people that they have a role in comics, and he also wanted to do a horror comic. And the best way to do that was to create a character that was both.
Mm.
And he created Blade.
That's dope.
Well, it's not playing. It's all jacked
It's
up.
not meant to be.
It's not meant to be.
It's not meant for you to see it,
It's not
Seabiscuit.
meant for you to see.
Have you heard?
Seabiscuit.
Okay, so for all the people that haven't seen Endgame, you're out of luck here. Have you seen the Stan Lee like
Nope.
cameo rumor? Like the
You talking about when he's in the car?
Wyatt
No, no, no,
says
no,
hi,
like-
Damien.
What up, Wyatt?
the idea that Stan Lee is actually Captain America back in time. Originally, he was supposed to be Cap at the end, don't know if you knew that.
No.
He died before they were able to do that scene.
Hologram Stan Lee is going to be.
Oh, I get it.
So Stan Lee, all those cameos of him is him checking and watching the Avengers and all of that in their time.
That was supposed to be. He was supposed to be Captain America.
Yeah.
That would have been dope.
It's not been confirmed or anything, but like,
Oh man.
it's a really cool like thought, because I mean, if Cap does go back in time, he's not there to help the Avengers and stuff later on, but he is, because the younger him gets found before the older him is back in time.
Yeah. Yeah. So
the woke moment in the what in the DC universe? is that what you're
so
saying?
basically,
MCU?
Yeah.
Okay.
so you remember a while back, like
the
everybody
girl
was
power
upset
moment
with
Endgame.
not even just Endgame, but like this actually for real, I think goes all the way back to like with Black Panther. Like when everybody was upset, kind of because 90% of the cast were black people. Then after that, it was Captain Marvel, and because she said something about like it shouldn't be all like white press or something like that.
Did you see?
Why do people find the weirdest shit to be upset about?
Oh, yeah, of
like
course.
I saw a hashtag the other day that was like "not by Ariel," and so I clicked on it and they're like, "The
Oh, you're
Ariel's
talking
white."
about the
And like Ariel's white. It's like, guys, she's not real at all. Like she's
Like,
a mermaid.
yeah,
and
yeah.
first of all, like
Ariel's
so, like if
fish.
she's black or white, who
At
gives a
all.
shit? Like, I think it's the first time I ever saw anything about this was the War on Christmas. Where people were like, they're like,
What?
it was Fox News. They were like, literally, like, kids, Santa Claus is white. There's no other way it's possible. And it was just like, there's no other way it's possible. That's what you just said about Santa Claus being white. Like the man who comes down my chimney on one night a year is can't be anything else other than white. Like you got, like, fuck, we're idiots.
man. I just thought of the worst reason why they would say that.
White people have too much time on their hands. Basically, is what it is.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Like this is what we're upset about.
So I guess so. After that, then it was like I said, Captain Marvel thing. Everybody being upset what she said with that.
Or
And
the
now
fact
I
that
guess-
there was the hinted relationship between her and Maria Rambeau.
I mean, but who cares, man? Like, I don't understand why this stuff matters to people. Is it?
I don't understand why it does
everything
either.
Is it because everything everybody's enjoying happens to all be the same thing at one time, and then people are just putting their like religious or personal perspectives into everything instead of just enjoying shit for what it is, man? Like,
I mean, how are you gonna have her like? And this is coming from someone who is like a minister. How are you gonna have a religious viewpoint?
Wait. Listen,
Just
Mr. Universalist.
skip over that.
do you have your minister card?
Pull yours out.
Because right here, bam,
He
baby,
likes to show it.
Universal Life Church minister, right here.
Yeah, you're not gonna let me have that because I'll throw it.
Because I'm a minister.
I'll throw it.
You're
More-
not.
I'm ordained.
So am
Yeah.
I.
Yeah,
See?
I'm ordained with the Dudist priest.
So you're part of the Dude Church?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
The
it's-
Dude Church is a great church.
Dude
I love that
abides.
church.
Dude abides.
This is not. My mom is not a fan of that choice.
But so what I was saying though is like, how can you put a religious perspective on the universe that has aliens?
Frank
Like,
wants to know how we got onto Jesus. Seabiscuit.
Yeah. See,
no, he wants to know how we got Jesus on the show.
No, he wants to know how we started talking about Jesus.
He said, "How did you get Jesus on the show?" It's 100% different than how do we get onto Jesus. I'm not talking about Jesus. I'm talking about religious perspectives on the MCU.
Oh, Seabiscuit. You know, we really did miss you, Seabiscuit.
Yeah, man, it's been a while.
I
man.
know I'm.
Let's
the
get
person
back
on
to
the
our
show.
guest. Let's get back
I've
to our
never
guest.
met you, and I've missed you this whole time.
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
really glad you're back.
You've been living your whole life without me. And
No,
now you have me.
no,
It's
now
totally
it's like,
different.
what have I
Yeah.
been doing?
It's like the first time you tried crystal meth. Am I right?
Oh, we can get on that
Sure.
Whoa,
Sure.
Seabiscuit. Where'd that come from?
Sure.
Have you seen my
Children,
set?
don't do that.
Have you seen my comedy set? That
No.
that my first joke is about how I was a drug addict, and it was like, you know,
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No, it's hilarious.
Oh, okay.
What do you think about this goddamn
Now he wants to
Now he wants to apologize. Like,
Hey, when I say something and then I realize later that I was rude to someone, I'm gonna apologize.
I gotta apologize.
you still never, you still never apologized to Nathan Orton.
No.
For as rude as you were to him the
Yeah.
very first time he came on the show.
Never.
Fuck, he's okay with it.
No, he's still very offended by it. He'll still post on his Facebook page sometimes of how you mistreated him.
Sure, he does. He mostly posts about what him and his girlfriend are doing these days.
How you know?
How do you know, Seabiscuit?
I follow him on Facebook.
Whoa, stalker.
Maybe.
I get direct
He is an
updates
Orton.
every time he posts. I look. It sends it right to my phone.
No, it's
Nathan
like
Orton
randomly, like I'll see something that comes up on my feed every now and then. It says, "Oh, he was here. Oh, you went to a concert. Good job. Yeah."
Was that Hootie and the Blowfish? Good for you.
Trying to explain it.
I wish Nathan would take me with him.
I mean, sure, if he'd pay. Heck yeah, I wish he would take me with him.
You know, you'd have to put out.
Okay.
Spoken like a true champion.
Do I have to pay for anything? No. Okay.
Firm
Cool.
decision.
Yeah, there's a lot of things I would do for just be like, oh, I don't have to pay? All right, sure, I'll do that. All right, cool.
Let me bend over real quick.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'll tie my shoe real quick. You do what you have to do.
I'll tie my shit.
Did you just snort?
Yes, he did.
Jeez.
Yes, he
This-
did.
August 29th at the Comedy Swap presents an intimate night with the DCS show. August 29th.
We're gonna get intimate.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
real intimate.
We're gonna get real intimate
Yeah.
at Crawdaddy's there, right there on Main Street in St. Charles.
I'm looking
It's
forward to it. Man.
it's a very
It's
cool
in St.
event.
Charles.
Yeah. It's right there on Main Street. Stupid.
You sound like you got like a bounty out there for you. or
Oh,
something.
Seabiscuit.
If I
Yeah,
can be in St. Charles.
It's
you
one of
know.
those things like
You're
asking
not
comics
welcome.
to come out to an open mic out there. It's like I understand nobody wants to cross the river. I'm from St. Charles. I hate it out there.
I live next door to him.
Like, oh, you're from there too, then. So you live out there. Yeah, I got out of there as quick as possible because it was, well, granted, Main Street's a giant high school reunion for me, and I'm good with that.
Main Street, St. Charles is a giant high school reunion for every
Yeah.
white person in St. Louis.
Not me.
Like,
Okay, that's fair.
Okay. What are you saying? Damien wouldn't be allowed to be on Main Street?
No, I'm
Is
saying
that what you're
were-
saying, Seabiscuit?
Everything you've told me, you were the only white kid at your high school.
Isn't that's what it sounds like to me, right, Damien? Is that he's saying you wouldn't be welcome on Main Street?
I don't know, but I've been there before.
Main Street,
What do
St.
you-
Charles is fantastic. Everyone's welcome.
You were just saying.
I mean, everybody's allowed to go. I don't know if they make everybody feel welcome there. Like, there's been
I don't know, I
times
was
where
They're doing better.
yeah, they're getting.
They had a
there.
pride parade this year.
I had some
They
great
did. It was
times off
actually really cool.
Main Street in St. Charles.
It's a great place to play Pokemon.
I think
It really is. It really is.
It really is.
my greatest memory is getting drunk and looking into the light.
One of your one of your profile pictures was from Main Street.
Yeah, it looked like I was being abducted by
Yeah,
aliens.
it did. It did.
Yeah.
That Lou
Then I
Ellen's
fell
on Main
in and I
Street
hit
is
a
one of my
mailbox.
favorites. That legitimately, that Lou Ellen's on Main Street is one of my favorites.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get into the comedy swamp.
Okay.
Let's do it.
So Mike, so you said you wanted to get into stand up. You started doing this. You said you had somebody approach you to start running shows.
Mhm.
So what was the name? How did you come up with the name, the Comedy Swamp?
So
What's the whole reasoning
actually,
behind it?
Crawdads are in swamps.
Whenever I was, I got the show basically because I worked on Main Street for the longest time.
Okay.
When I lived down there, and the bar scene down there. If you work down there, it's a big family. You
It
know
really is.
everybody that works down there. And so after we would get off from my job, I worked on the opposite end, like the first bar, Mill Street. Shout out to Mill Street. Go there. And we would just hop up and down the street.
You say Q?
No.
Oh.
No disrespect to Q. Great place.
Is it quintessential?
Yes. Don't.
Seabiscuit, you're not allowed to interrupt the guest.
But so we went down there, and he was just like, "You're a comic," because I carry a book with me everywhere I go. And I was like, "Yeah, I guess."
That
And he was like, "You want to run a show?" And I was like, "Sure." And he was like, "Okay, well, let's do it this way. It's going to be an open mic." And then he just gave me full creative control. Well, what I wanted to do is I wanted to bring every aspect of my artistic friends into it. So like at first, the guy who wrote like the little green guy there, Pete Moss is what I named him. He's our little do you call that, mascot. A friend of mine, an artistic
Mass
guy
Goose.
down there.
We got to see this.
Yeah, he's my Seabiscuit. A buddy of mine who's an
But
artist.
less real.
A buddy of mine who's an artist did it for me, and then another friend of mine who's just, I call him Greg the Wizard because he's a weird dude. But I was just like, what should I name it? He was like, hey man, this is like, he reminds me of Creed from The Office.
God, Creed
Yeah,
Bratton.
looks exactly like him, acts exactly like a phenomenal human being. But I was like, what should I name it? And I mean, I'm kidding you not. He was just like, man, here's what you should do. It's Crawdaddies, right? Comedy Swamp. And I was like, yeah, there we go.
Crawdads live in
Bingo.
swamps.
Yeah, and then I thought, because we're gonna be wearing pants
Yes.
on stage, you can't wear shorts. Comedy Swamp, it's hot as shit outside. That's where I thought he was going with it, and that's where I go with it. But no, so that's where the name came from that way, and it started off as I wanted it to be any aspect of artistic comedy wise. I don't care if it's music or art, if it's comedy themed, do it. But that kind of didn't take off well, so now it's just comedy, stand-up comedy.
I was going to ask that. I was like, have you seen that new show, Bring the Funny?
Huh.
Watch it.
I just recently bought a TV.
That's fair. But no, Bring the Funny is on NBC. It's with Keenan, Chrissy Teigen, and Jeff Foxworthy as the judges. But it's stand-up comedy, skit comedy, and variety comedy all on the same show. And they choose 6 from each of these shows right now. They're called
Kind
open
of
mics.
like whose line is it anyway?
Oh, that's cool.
No. They're different acts. So it's like a show. So instead of like Whose Line, which is just one gigantic like improv, that's like improv night, like where you have people up there and then they bring one person on stage and they do improv from there.
That's cool. I got a question for you.
I have an
Now,
answer. You go
My
first.
question for you, like, since you know you've been doing it for a little while and everything like that, you bring all the guys together. Do you guys ever do like a friendly competition type thing? Try to see who can make each other laugh the hardest or something like that?
There are times, like, especially during the showcases when we'll just be sitting there. Like, there's a different style, the comedy I'm going to do on stage versus the way I talk in front of other comics is a little different. Like, we have a little different sense of humor with each other because it's darker, and it's definitely a lot of things where it's
like where like dead babies could be a
yeah,
punchline.
and it's
cool.
It's more of a
I could be a
clever way
comedian
to
then,
do
'cause that's
it.
like my punchline for everything.
And I mean, it's usually just stupider things, kind
Right.
of. It's definitely weird. We never. I mean, there are competitions out there. I've thought about putting one on, but I mean, mostly it's just you in your head when you're around comics, you are trying to make them laugh.
Yeah.
You're trying not to do it as a bit, though. You don't want to be like, if you're that guy that every time you're around, you're just like, so airplane food, right? And it's just like, fuck off, dude. We're talking about baseball. Like, go away. Like, that guy's like, but you can see that there is this trying to make each other laugh, and that's really all I care about. If I can make a comic laugh, I feel great. I can make a crowd laugh. That's easy.
Is it now?
No, not really.
I
I don't want to actually make
I was
it
like,
seem like it's easy.
One of my
It's
friends
tough
tried to
as
do
shit.
stand up at Fitz's one year, like at the upstairs bar. At Fitz's.
Yeah, they used to be a great show.
Yeah, he went up there and got booed off stage.
I haven't been booed. I've bombed a lot. I've gotten a lot of like.
The crickets.
Yeah, one time I walked on stage at a place called the Laugh Lounge, and
No one was laughing. That seems very
I walked up
ironic.
and the first thing I heard was I didn't even say anything. And someone out in the crowd just goes, "Yo, you scared?" And I don't know if you've ever seen the crowd at the Laugh Lounge, but at that point I was like, "Well, yeah, now I am." Like I didn't know what to do now, so it took everything out of my stage persona. It took everything out of it, and so like at the end of the show, I was almost in tears because it was so embarrassing. And I was just like, "Oh, all right, that's my time." I just like ran off stage.
What's up, Sid?
Which is embarrassing.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So it's like just another level of courage, man. Just
Yeah.
like the
You have to hate yourself for like you have to literally like it's. I mean, you know, as a musician, you learn like you can sit there. You're like, okay, that sounds good. You don't know if a joke is good or not until you do it in front of people that you don't know.
right.
And so you're literally everything is trial by fire. So that's why I don't necessarily promote the open mic much because it's like it is good to have a crowd there, but there are times where we had a guy at this last open mic night that right in front of me told his girlfriend that I was the most unfunny comic he's ever seen in his life.
Wow.
And I was like, can I get that in writing? Like, like that's hilarious.
Is that your tagline?
Yeah. It was just I think it was because I was trying to work on crowd work, and I go, what do you do? And I'm not political. I'm not anything like this. It was just a silly comeback. Then I go, what do you do? He goes, I build airplanes. And I go, for what? The Russians? And like he got so mad at that, and like, and so I kept playing with it, and I was like, "Where do you work?" And he was like, "Boeing," and I was like, "Oh yeah." He's like, "I work there with my dad." And I was like, "So your dad got you a job to work for the Russians?" And like, I just kept pissing him off, and so finally, it just
I
goes.
don't know, man. I would have gone with. So, were you the one that worked on the plane that dropped?
Yeah. Well, like, I mean.
That's a recent thing, you know.
Hey, here's my question: would it have been inappropriate to throw a 9/11 joke in there?
Oh, it's never inappropriate to throw.
Oh, okay, because I'd have been like,
I just always forget about it.
Okay.
Unless you're in New York.
Wait.
Unless you're in New York.
Hold on. Because, like, all right, that's another thing that gets me. Because, like, I'm one of those people who, I would say I'm old-fashioned when it comes to comedy. I prefer for comedians to be themselves and, you know, say what they want, say what they feel. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And don't try to be censored. But do you find, like, yourself, or do other people, when you're working with them, find themselves walking a thin line?
I mean, I since mine's such a silly, like, I only really talk about myself, like, in a bad way. I don't really attack anything, but myself, really. I don't. And there are comics who, you know, they say things that, like, are going to get a reaction either whether positive or negative. It does not matter. And they just do not care. But you have to work up to that point, because you have, I mean, comedy is so much more about being comfortable on stage than just the jokes you're providing. Like, there's people that could take, say, a Nathan Orton or Spencer Tegmeyer, these two phenomenal comics. There's people that could take their jokes, read them on stage, and they'd be shit. You know, they wouldn't be funny, they wouldn't land, and it's just because who they are on stage. So you have to get to that comfort stage to where, like, you are saying those, you know, rather risque jokes, I guess. Me personally, I think you should be able to say whatever the fuck you want. Like, as long as you're not going out there and Kramering it. Like, just, that's like, if you do that, then it's like, all right, fuck that guy. But, like, if you're out there and you're making jokes about certain things that people are like, oh, you shouldn't joke about, there's a way to do it, there's a way not to do it. Kramer is not the way to do it.
All right.
So now, how do you see the DCS fitting on there? Because me and Damien have been talking about this, because we're thinking this is going to be people are going to either really like us,
or they're going to really hate us,
or they're really going to hate us, and they're going to be very offended by us.
I kind of hope for both. I like to have.
They'll love me, and they'll hate them. Yeah. I get it. Yeah, it's like normal.
I like the aspect of, like, I read, like, some of my favorite style of comics are comics who don't only go for laughs. They are getting, you know, like, almost people thinking, people upset. You know, I find that to be the best style of comedy. So if we can get people out there that are laughing, and some people are just like, fuck these people, I think we succeeded as what we set out for.
Right, and you know that if we see somebody who is not having a good time, you know,
I'll ask them, what's wrong with you?
We're going
over there. Look at that bitch.
We are going to
look at her right there.
them out.
Yeah, I mean,
what's wrong with you?
So here's the thing: we really need a midget.
We need a midget. I can get us a midget.
We need a midget and a Down syndrome person there at the show. Because
he's going to try to take the midget home and say that he owns it.
Nobody can be angry.
Yeah.
Nobody can be angry with a midget.
I don't know, but I'm down.
See?
I'm down, man. I'll take the ride.
I could get a midget.
We're going to have him dress up. We have him dress up in little midget clothes and do little midget dances.
No, see if we
They're
can
called children's clothes.
I was going to say, see if we can get him to dress up like Seabiscuit.
Yes. We'll have a mini Seabiscuit.
And we can draw like Seabiscuit's tattoos on them and everything.
Yes.
You can draw my tattoos. I'd be very impressed.
Hey, they don't have to look completely identical. We just got to get it close.
We just got to have him look like you.
Close.
I'm getting a midget tonight. I'll find one. I'll walk the streets of South St. Louis if I have to until I find one.
Get a little person.
We'll get him a little.
August 29th, you have a free entry.
Yeah, I'll just take little candies and I'll lead it to my house.
Because
and then
that's
in the
what
morning,
attracts
I'll get at
little
least
people.
midgets. This is the first time I've ever trapped a midget. All right, I don't know how it works.
It's true.
It's the first time he's ever trapped a midget.
It's a learning process.
Jim Harris is saying, no, we can't have a midget.
Exactly.
We're having a midget, Harris. We're having a midget.
We can't get a little person?
No, we're getting a little person. It's Mike's show. It's just an intimate night with the DCS show.
It's
going to be a very intimate night.
One thing I do say
for
about
one special lady.
Can you let for one
our guest
special lady? One thing I do say about I told the guy who gave me the show, the owner, I was like, look, I'm going to do things until I'm told I can't, and then I'm going to hide that I do them. So we can do whatever we want.
I
back
like
there.
that. I like that.
He doesn't come back to the back little patio, so we could pretty much do whatever the hell we want.
Oh,
I try and push the limit a little bit.
You know what that means, don't you, Seabiscuit?
Titties.
No.
Wait, what?
You're showing
now that's what it means.
Now.
It's
But
what
you're
I'm thinking.
showing the Seabiscuit.
Now.
I don't know what's going on with that, but that's fake.
Nothing is off limits. You are right, Vaughn. Nothing is off limits with the DCS show at all. Seabiscuit, you were going to show your Seabiscuit. Oh, ketchup.
Hey, you drank an entire bottle. You can shut your mouth.
That is true. And you
If you regurgitate at the sight of it now,
you still haven't paid up either, Seabiscuit.
yeah, you're right.
Gonna drink ketchup?
I like how modest
I
about it.
made a drunk bet. I'm not able to pay up yet.
What's the drunk bet?
I have to pay the full rent for this place for a month.
It's a terrible bet. Jesus
Wow.
Christ! Why would
you do that?
I paid a portion of it.
He didn't think that I would do it.
Now,
there's
No, I did. He threw up on me afterwards.
I did not throw up, you
all I remember is just receiving a call, and then
All I remember is having to have
Seabiscuit-
club soda on my pants
Seabiscuit
like
yelling
the
at
rest
me
of the night.
in a drunken voice. You need to look at the video.
You need to look at
You need to look at the
what did
video.
you bet him to do?
He drank an entire bottle of ketchup.
And you were like, and I'll pay the full rent. Like I would have been like, you better catch a bullet with your bare hands, and then maybe pay the full
So
rent.
for him, even looking at ketchup makes him dry heave.
Oh, noted.
So that's
You should
why.
save that for your show.
I'll just get a
The
midget
29.
dressed in a ketchup suit. That's what we'll do.
Oh my
God,
God.
that would be my worst.
That would be
No,
epic.
no.
If you, hey, listen,
No.
listen.
If so
Hold on,
his
stop,
worst
Seabiscuit.
thing-
Stop,
Okay.
stop. Seabiscuit, I'm turning your microphone off. Stop. If you condone that, I'm going to talk to Mike off the air
Yeah.
about something for
Yeah.
you.
Just say what it is. I'm not scared of shit.
So I'll have Mike find a midget dressed
Yeah.
up as a clown.
Nah, I'm not fucking with it.
So you better not condone Mike having a midget dressed up.
I can do whatever.
I've already talked to him about something, so it's okay.
And
I might just dress up that way.
Might just have a
handing out-
ketchup bottle with a Pennywise face in the middle, you know? Like, who
God.
knows?
You're gonna. So
Oh my God.
this is
Just be both y'all's worst fears.
when that movie came out.
My worst fear is me being seen around that and like having to make jokes about it. So I mean, you know,
I'm a huge horror movie fan, and when
Same here. I
when
like
that
horror.
It movie remake came out, I just moved like onto Main Street. Really, I was like
Okay.
right off the block, and I worked at the opposite end, and one of my coworkers. This was around winter, so nobody was on Main Street on a Tuesday night, I think it was. So I start walking down to Main Street, and I turn the corner, and the first sewer, there's a fucking red balloon.
Oh.
And I was just like, okay, touche. Every fucking sewer after that was a red balloon. And I got about halfway down, and I texted my friend that I was meeting up with. I was like, I'm either going to be murdered or I'm just turning around and going home. And like, I got down there and after this talk, I was like, dude, whoever that artist or whoever that was, like, good for you. Like, that's fucking hilarious. Like,
I probably, if I'd have seen a red balloon, like I don't,
I would have been like, nah.
I'd have been like, nope,
nope.
I'm outie. I'm outie.
You know
Bye.
what?
See ya.
Because of that, I cross in the middle of the street to this day. I don't care about jaywalking. I don't care. Like, if there's a manhole at the end of the corner, I'm not going.
Yeah,
I'm not doing it.
I agree.
I'm not doing it, bro. I don't want to even experience what my imagination will do to me in that moment. Like,
of a manhole at the end of a corner.
man, look, my imagination is that crazy. I should
Sorry,
be
a
working
person
for
hole at
Disney
the end
or
of a corner?
Pixar. Like, that's how crazy it is. Like, somebody can tell me something and I can vividly
See it.
see it.
Right.
Like,
Yeah. Exactly.
I can't do it, bro.
So there's a clown expo coming into town next year.
Harris goes,
next
well,
week
that's
at Lambert. I'm not kidding. It's true. There'll
Harris
be
says
clowns
that's
everywhere.
stupid.
Hey, man, I'm just saying, man, my imagination is that
Wait,
good, bro.
when's the Clown Expo coming? Because if it is, the DCS show is going to be there live, and we are
Yeah,
going
y'all
to
gonna
cover
be
it.
That was a
by
fake
yourself.
expo, so you know.
Y'all gonna be there by yourself.
No,
You
you're
said
going.
You
I
basically
won't.
imagined it, so I was like, "Here, a
I
clown
won't.
expo is going to be in your
I
area
won't.
next week."
Yes,
Yeah, I won't.
we are going to
Is it
Bet you
Clown
won't
Expo?
find me.
the Clown Expo. Mike, you want to go with us?
I bet you
yeah.
won't find
yeah,
me.
that sounds
Mike goes, yeah.
a
Mike.
clown expo.
So-
You stand in for
So,
me that day.
for me, the reason I
You
cross the
won't
street
find
for a
me.
red balloon is because I
I won't
hear
even answer the phone for you that day.
Dude, okay, so I have a weird loud thing as well. Like, I don't like fireworks or shit. So like,
I don't like
kind of get that.
explosive bursts.
That fucks me up.
Really?
I don't know.
Good to
Mine
know.
draws back from the drive-by thing.
Oh, man. You always trying to...
He's always
No,
trying to.
I'm a white
something.
kid. I was sheltered. Okay.
I feel that.
Oh, wait a
I
minute.
feel that.
So because I'm black, I'm supposed to be feeling comfortable?
No. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, you're used to shootings.
No, I'm just like. I mean,
Yeah,
I was used to the
apologize.
sound outside my house, but I was not used to it being directed towards me.
You were
What's
shot
up,
at?
Sean Vincent?
This makes me want us to go to Seabiscuit's house and just light fireworks and throw them at his window.
You
My
were,
you
cousin
should
already
see
did
it.
that. My cousin used to throw fireworks at me because he knew it scared me.
Yeah.
You were in a drive-by?
That's perfect. You
You
ain't
were
know
in a
Seabiscuit's a
drive-by?
gangster.
Seabiscuit's a gangster, Mike.
Yeah,
Don't
that's
mess
Shit.
with him.
All right.
He's a straight up
He
gangster.
just got back from Texas from putting in some work.
Bloody nickel. I'm not a gangster. I'm just a former drug addict. That's the only reason I know all that nonsense.
I mean, I'm a drug addict's kid.
Oh my god. This is the DCS show. I am Dirty. Sitting down there in the box because, you know, he wanted to be in a box today is the
I
one, the
wanted
only,
to be in the box.
my
Are you
partner in
Wait,
crime.
what?
See what society does to me.
They create the narrative for you.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Dirty got me living up to it in the box and shit.
You know, we figured we'd just be a little unprofessional tonight.
A little systematic today.
Right, yeah,
A
exactly.
little
Systematic oppression. Wow.
Yeah, this is Damien.
And
man.
the idiot sitting next to me is the one, the only.
I get to introduce
Seabiscuit.
myself this time. It's Seabiscuit. Yeah.
No, you didn't. And sitting right down there is our special guest, the man who is hosting the intimate night with the DCS show at the
Yeah.
Comedy Swamp, the one, the only.
Mike Ratcliffe in the flesh.
I like how he just throws that.
Yeah.
He says it. He says his name at the end, and he just goes, "The flesh."
I'm a really I host a lot of comedy shows, so I put a little pizzazz on everybody's name.
So now with the comedy show, because when we were talking, I said, "Hey, can we have 4 comics? We'll do like 30. We'll do like 30 minutes, and then we'll have some comics come up for like 8 to 10 minutes, right?"
What is that?
What's going on here?
Seabiscuit.
He's stupid.
Oh,
We're
man.
talking.
That's crazy, though.
See, I have fans.
Somebody made you a sticker.
He actually has a Seabiscuit.
Somebody made you a sticker.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Would you like to say who? Let's give your fan.
Actually, show people that.
Yeah,
man.
show
That's
it,
pretty
Steve.
impressive.
His name is Tedrick. He is actually a customer at the store I work at. But he listens to the show every now and then, and he made the Seabiscuit sticker.
He's an
dope.
idiot.
That's dope.
If he doesn't go by Tedrick the Entertainer, I'm highly disappointed.
Yeah.
That is pretty cool, though. Yeah,
Hey,
I mean, he
man,
makes stickers,
ask him,
though.
can we buy that from him?
I'm into that.
Yeah,
I mean, he just gave me this one.
Well, I
Throw
just
out
want
the
to make
image?
sure. Yeah.
that's exactly what it is, Sean. We really have no. If you want us to talk about
This
MFK,
is a
Trump,
sticker.
Clinton, Satan, we will.
Can you make like stick-on tattoos?
I don't know if you can do that or not.
Because I want a Mike Tyson stick-on tattoo. I'm not ballsy enough to get the actual tattoo because I still need a job, but and I don't have a right hand like Iron
Are you
Mike.
afraid of Ronald McDonald?
Who is
I
it?
don't fuck with Ronald McDonald. You know what I'm telling you? The only thing I really liked about the McDonald's characters
Okay.
was the one, and I don't know if you remember them. You probably do. You probably
What about
don't.
Grimace?
No. So when I was a
Hamburger.
kid, I only seen them for a little while. See, you're naming all these characters. That's how I know you don't know what I'm finna say. He wore a tuxedo. His head was shaped like the moon, and he had glasses. Who was that
Oh
guy?
my God, I know who you're talking about, but I
used to
can't think of
I
his
used to
name.
love that character from
He
McDonald's.
had the moon face.
Yeah.
Yes. The
It was
moon-
half. It was like a crescent moon. He had
Wait, what
sunglasses.
question? Hold on. Sean asked
and a
us a
tuxedo.
question. Hold on, I'm going to go back up. He said, "What is the point of this show, talk show, just random conversation with no direction?" I said yes,
Yeah.
and then he asked us, "MFK, what's MFK?"
Mary fuck kill.
Oh, okay, Mary fuck kill, Trump, Clinton, or Satan?
Mary Clinton, fuck Satan, kill Trump.
Oh, see, I'm marrying Satan.
No, I'm not marrying Satan.
Marrying Satan.
If you want to fuck Satan,
Will
he
you
knows
stop?
what he's doing.
Stop. You answer the question. I got it. All right, I'm marrying Satan. I'm fucking Trump, and I'm killing Clinton.
Why would you fuck Trump?
Because I just think it would be funny just to fuck the president.
Wait,
Blow
when
that
you say
to pay
Clinton,
off.
which Clinton is
Bill
it?
Clinton. Bill Clinton.
They're all men.
All right, your turn. Go.
I'm fucking Bill Clinton because that guy knows what he's doing.
He did not have sex.
All right.
He's gonna treat me like a
Since
lady.
I gotta participate,
Right?
I'm gonna fuck Satan,
Okay.
kill Trump, and marry Clinton.
Okay.
Yeah,
Mike?
I'm gonna fuck Bill Clinton.
the way you came in.
I've thought about this exact question before.
Talk about Mac tonight.
Yes, that's it. Back tonight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now here's where like obviously I want to marry Satan because that just seems badass.
Right.
That's the most metal thing. I would like. Who is he married to? Like Satan. Oh, I bet he listens to Iron Maiden. But also, like, I want to marry Trump because he's got a lot of money, and I don't want to do this anymore. So probably kill Trump. Actually, fuck him. He's a dick.
Man,
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, fuck him.
Why is he bringing up Hellboy into this?
Because that would be the Satan.
So Ron Perlman Satan, I'm good.
Ugh, yeah.
Hey, I'd still marry Satan. What's up, Glenda? I would still marry Satan because nobody's gonna mess with me.
No,
I mean, that's not,
Nobody's gonna mess with you if you marry Satan.
I like the
That's not true. Look how people treat Satanists.
But listen,
not very well.
Exactly.
but I got Satan on my
Granted,
side.
everyone wants to wear their T-shirts, but no one wants to condone them. That's all I'm saying.
I say, listen, honey.
Misdirection.
This guy, Seabiscuit's bothering me. He's coming up. Bam! Fire coming out the ass.
Yeah, because me and him just fucked.
So you don't want to marry Satan because clearly he's not.
Clearly he's cheating.
Yeah, he is clearly a little slut.
Do you think? Okay, speaking of that, do you think when Satan busts a nut, do you think it's fire?
No, I think it's
You
more
know
like
what? I
that
think it's
brimstone smelling.
No, you know
What
what?
do you think it is?
I think it's probably. You know what? Honestly,
Probably tastes like burnt gumbo.
you want me to tell you what
You
I
know
think
what?
it's like?
We should talk about this
This is a good. Yeah.
on the Intimate at the Comedy Swap
This
on
is-
August 29th when the Comedy Swap presents an Intimate Night with the
I'll
D.S.C
get
Show.
really drunk for this.
Like what I
show.
think, honestly,
I'm really drunk before most
I
of the
think
shows. so
whatever
it's a
it
good
is,
idea.
like
Right?
all the things that you could possibly be attracted to and like
Right?
are all the qualities that he would give you in that one moment.
Yes.
And there's no way that you would not be, you know what I'm saying? As far as sight, taste, smell, everything.
Right? See?
I think he would find whatever would find a way to, you know what I'm saying, persuade you.
So
Right.
pumpkin spice is what you're saying.
Fucking spice.
Whoa.
Well, I'm a fan of pumpkin spice. Is that okay?
No.
I got the candles lit at my house right now, which I just realized I kept them lit. That's probably dangerous.
Oh shit!
It is. I also someone who doesn't like pumpkin pie, so
Who doesn't like pumpkin
what?
pie?
me.
That is un-American.
So
I
what
mean,
do
don't
you,
get me wrong. I've eaten pumpkin pie several times
so
in my
what
life.
do you trade for your Seabiscuit then? Like,
Yeah.
I think pumpkin pie is the top of the line.
I don't know. You tell me.
That's the number one trade.
Talk about caramel Dutch apple. Like, come on,
A creme brulee.
creme brulee.
Like,
Like,
you can give me something, okay?
You could give me something, girl. Give me something.
Cherry for a biscuit.
yeah, cherry pie, blueberry pie, rhubarb pie, shepherd's pie. All of them are better than pumpkin pie.
No, dude.
Shepherd's pie is. Oh, that's a. First time I remember shepherd's pie was the first time I realized that I could not trust anyone. It's like, what is this? Yeah.
It looks like you're about to eat something that's like fruity or sweet, and then it turns out
Shepherd's
Wait,
to be
hold on.
full of
What kind of
meat.
shepherd's
Hold
pie
on. Yeah,
you
what,
had?
what, when does shepherd's pie ever
Yeah.
look like it was going to be
Sweet.
fruity and sweet? It's cheese.
Nice to the top.
Yes, it's cheese.
So what kind of caramelized, like,
cheese are you eating?
I eat some good cheese. Oh,
Was that goat cheese?
I've eaten a quart at one time of goat cheese.
How are you still alive?
how did you get to that point?
Yeah.
I was in an eating competition. It was called a gauntlet. It was a food gauntlet, and
You were in an eating competition?
I've been in several. Don't you see? Look. Okay.
Like Kobayashi or whatever his name
We
is.
need it.
But
We need to take Seabiscuit to an eating competition.
We're having an eating competition on the 29th.
Oh yeah. What are you doing? Like, what are you?
I have
doing?
no. We'll figure it out.
Okay, you want to get in?
Seabiscuit.
you need to have like wings, just wings.
No, what we need to do
I thought
think
those
they
are
have
tacos.
wings. I
Those
think they
are
have
the
wings there.
easiest.
is we
things.
blindfold
Just
Seabiscuit.
100 wings and see how fast I can eat them.
Okay.
We blindfold Seabiscuit.
He's gotten a meal. He's
Listen, here's what
satisfied.
we're doing. So here's what we're gonna do, Seabiscuit. We're gonna blindfold you.
Whatever I can't eat, I can take home.
No, you don't.
It doesn't work that way.
You're not planning your week of meals.
So Mike, here's how we're gonna do
That's
it.
exactly what I'm doing right now. I'm like, okay.
Hold on.
This is readable.
So we're gonna blindfold you, Seabiscuit, and we're gonna
Nope.
stick random foods in your mouth.
Nope.
Yep. You have to do it. You know why? Because you're Seabiscuit.
There's nothing sexier
No.
than blindfold.
Yeah.
fed
If I
by
do that,
another
then we
man.
take off my old bet that I made when I was drunk.
What old bet?
He's talking about paying.
Paying the
The
rent.
fuck ain't paid rent in I don't know how long.
That's fair.
All right.
So why would you take a bet where you guys said pay the full rent?
Okay, Damien. Did you hear what he said?
Yes.
We null and void the bet. You're being blindfolded, and we are sticking random things into your mouth.
Okay, there's one
How
rule.
many items does he?
3.
There's one rule.
No rules.
There's 100% a rule
No,
because I'm
there's no
allergic to
rules.
something.
What are you allergic to?
Avocado.
That's what we're sticking in your mouth.
Like how like
Give him the
That's
thing
fine.
to kill him.
die?
Legitimately, if
Could
I
you
die,
Okay.
You're not
yes.
gonna die because there's a hospital just 3 blocks away
Yeah.
from us.
Yeah, you can walk there.
Record.
Yeah, you
I
can walk
understand
there.
how bad my allergic reactions are.
Look, record time.
Record time.
Record
We'll make sure we
time.
have an EpiPen.
Yeah, I'm sure somebody's a doctor.
Yeah.
Have somebody ready with
Ready.
it in the air.
I don't know what that statement meant either. Like I'm sure someone's a doctor.
There's going to be a doctor in the house.
Just make sure you keep your legs stuck out so they can get you in time.
I know CPR.
I know dick
I
to
have
mouth.
VCR.
I actually don't.
Hey, I know
I
dick
was
to
actually
mouth.
trained for CPR.
Yeah.
I mean, I was trained for it once too, but
I'm trained for
now.
dick to mouth resuscitation.
You can do
What's
that.
Dick to mouth resuscitation.
That'll stop.
That's fine. That works.
Okay. So it seems like you guys
So you're
have a
saying
plan.
avocados back on the menu?
The avocados are back. Harris goes, you guys need Jesus.
Oh, and it's Shirley from. Okay, that's nice. From Community.
Yeah.
So there it is. So you heard it. 5 items.
You said 3.
5.
9
You can't
items.
change them now.
9 items. You're blindfolded, and you have to figure out what it is.
I just have to figure out what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or if you can't, just describe it the best you can.
Right. And you can't touch it either.
Yeah.
This is a
No, it's all by mouth. It's all by mouth.
Yeah.
It's called "What's in My Mouth."
What's in Seabiscuit's mouth?
What's in my mouth?
It has to be things that are on the menu there.
No. Okay, listen. We promise no avocados. Okay. There will be. It will be food.
All phallic shaped, probably.
Yes.
More than likely.
I don't care how it's shaped.
It's
That's
just
not an
more
issue
fun
for
for,
me.
everybody to see somebody put a phallic thing into somebody
Right.
else's mouth.
I mean, that's fair.
People pay a lot of money to see some stuff like that.
There might be
No,
something.
they don't.
Listen,
Pornhub.
listen, there might be something to drink.
Might.
Might be urine.
Oh, that's
It has to be something that's actually like food. Can't be
Urine is food.
No, it's not.
You can drink your own urine.
Yeah.
You
Trust
can,
me.
but no.
So,
he said you can, but no.
If I
Okay.
smell anything that smells like urine, I will be
My
pouring it on
urine
who is
smell-
ever to my right.
my urine smells
So
like
I
sugar
just need to
puffs.
Stay on the left.
Correct.
On the left.
That was
Got
a
you.
warning.
Got you. Left.
Mine just it smells like asparagus, so it probably shouldn't be mine.
So see, his would be asparagus. So you would just think you're eating asparagus.
No, that's not how that works. I eat asparagus like all the time.
But if his urine smells like asparagus smells like asparagus, right?
Technically, it's healthy.
Yes,
for
but
you.
if it's in
Right.
a cup,
Technically it's healthy
it's
for you
healthy for you.
because it's
if
asparagus
it's in
juice.
a cup compared to a juice, it is a different thing. I would not drink asparagus juice.
Why not?
No. You are being blindfolded, and we're sticking whatever we want in your mouth.
Or why wouldn't you? You can eat asparagus, but you wouldn't drink the juice. It's technically just
Donkey
asparagus.
balls. Harris says we're gonna do
I've
donkey
had
balls.
Rocky Mountain oysters, but thank you.
Did you like them?
I mean, they're pretty good.
They're not
No.
bad, are they?
If they're cooked right, they're
These
good.
two bonded over
So,
donkey balls.
somebody was like, "You want some Rocky
Oh,
Mountain
it's
oysters?" And I was
exceptional.
like, "I like oysters." And like, "You have no idea what these are. Here, try them."
That's exactly what every person that happens to every person that doesn't know what they are. They're like, "Hey, you want some Rocky Mountain oysters?"
I'm not
They're
kidding.
like, "Yeah, dude, I love oysters." And they give you these Rocky Mountain oysters. Do you know what Rocky Mountain oysters are?
No.
Bull
balls.
Yeah, the
Oh
minute
my
I
God.
put it in my mouth, I was like, if I wasn't mistaken, these would be balls. And they're like, oh shit, he does know what these are. And it was
But a lot of
They're not
times
bad. They're not bad.
they're cooked really well.
Yeah.
again, white people have a lot of time on their hands, so
We eat fish eggs. We eat all kinds of shit. You know,
Discover,
like,
hey, yeah, well, you can discover what balls taste like.
Do you think we could do this on terrestrial radio? No.
on terrestrial radio.
No.
Or you know what?
No.
What do you mean by terrestrial?
Like regular radio.
Oh, so like like.
You got you. For somebody being as intelligent as you are,
Well, I mean, terrestrial means
seriously-
Earth radio. I'm like, yes, we're doing it right now.
you
Fuck you.
seriously
I don't
have.
know what that word meant, to be honest.
Terrestrial meaning of the Earth.
I meant radio.
Oh, radio, as of waves of radio waves.
This is the DCS
And you're
show.
explaining radio waves.
This is the DCS show on One Universal Productions on YouTube and Facebook. Sitting right over there, down in the box that he got put into tonight because apparently
Segregation. No.
I'm being segregating. Is my partner in crime, the one, the only.
Damian Cortez, man.
Sitting right next to me is our mascot.
Seabiscuit.
He probably
Let's see, bigger.
and the man from the Comedy Swamp on August 29th, who is presenting the intimate evening with the DCS show, the one, the only.
The man with the nice hair, Mike Ratcliffe. See, I add a little pizzazz to every name.
So Mike, is what we've done tonight, would this be acceptable for the intimate
Oh, this has
night
been more than acceptable.
with
yeah.
the DCS
Yeah,
show?
this is
I
this is
think,
fun.
I
It
think
was
the only
funny.
I think the only difference is we might have had a few more drinks, but we'll keep it together.
Right, yes.
We'll keep it together.
I don't plan on being
Oh, wait,
sober
after
for
Comedy
that
Swamp, we're
event
going to
at
Kingdom's?
all.
Well, it's a Thursday night, idiot, and some of us are actually grown-ups and have to work.
I'll have to work the next day too. I don't care.
You work at 5.
We probably will. I
Just
will.
give him his schedule. Why don't you just show up and just take him out? Like,
I'll just go to Gingham's out of it. Just Gingham's. Let's Gingham's.
I'll probably end up out at St. Charles for the rest of that night. Actually,
Yeah.
At Gingham's.
yeah,
Gingham's.
maybe at some point. I don't know if I'm allowed back there yet.
Oh, don't worry, you're with me. They know
I
me.
passed out at a table. My
Okay.
waiter took me to the bathroom, brought me back to the table,
Wanda?
took me to the car.
Say Wanda?
It's like the best service I've had in my life.
Apparently, they're allowing dogs there now.
Well, those are, yeah, see, I don't get the whole service animal thing.
Like, yeah.
There's
yes,
one.
you would.
Okay.
Yes, you would. That's what your Pokemon are for you. They're your service animals.
Ooh, listen to you.
It's
Mr. Johnny Hardass over there because he's being segregated tonight.
so for the first time in my life, I was on a plane this last week with a dog, and it was
Right.
the weirdest fucking thing.
Because you couldn't touch it. That's what. That's it.
No, because they have it in this
You
fucking,
wanted to
like-
touch it.
they have it in like this fucking.
And a
Of
papoose.
course I do. It's a fucking dog.
A
It's like a
papoose.
fucking. It's not. It wasn't a service dog.
It was like a dog with its own
It
ticket.
was just a fucking dog.
With its own
It was
ticket.
a prisoner.
With its own ticket.
Escorting it to the pound.
They bought an extra ticket so the dog could ride in the fucking
Dog
plane
can
with them.
afford coach.
Apparently that was.
Yeah,
Yeah, apparently.
Must be a poodle.
Make sure you guys go check out all of our
fucking
sponsors.
Pomeranian,
Hey, stupid, can we do the sponsors?
maybe.
Can we
It
do the
was like
sponsors?
Con Air for a dog.
Huh?
He was going to get executed in another state.
Go check out. Terrace puts a dog. Really? Really? Look.
That is
Really?
the cutest dog I've ever seen in my life.
Well, this is a pretty
My
cute
dog's
dog.
better.
It is a pretty cute
Oh,
dog.
you're one of those, huh? Your dog's your baby.
That's how my cat is.
Yeah.
Oh fuck yeah.
Hey, you not one of them people that let your dog lick you in the mouth, do you?
Oh, he
No.
does. No, dude. Listen.
He was like,
This-
oh, he does.
He puts peanut butter in certain areas and lets his dog lick it off of him.
That's a trick I learned in
The
college.
Gibbler. Yeah.
I'm done, man.
I didn't go to college. I just showed up at a frat party and I was like, "You got peanut butter and a dog? Let me see. Let me show you something."
Let me show you.
You put it down here.
Yeah,
You put it down here. This is what
it
happens.
makes it look like
hilarious.
the dog's talking. Or you could do this. It's the last
Clean
time I was
comedy
talking
people. He didn't even say he was gonna have a lick at his balls.
Right.
I know. I keep it clean.
What's up, Kylie? Go make sure you check out all of our sponsors, OneNationNetworkTV.com. You can find all of our stuff on there. You check out Joni's Pizza just right over there in Soulard.
Yeah, man.
Seabiscuit's supposed to supply us food. Has not yet done it because he's a bum.
None of you guys have ever told me when.
You should know. Every Monday. When we
He
do the
hasn't
show.
been here, though.
That's
Like,
true.
He's turned his back on us.
Right, that's true.
I did not. Okay.
Okay,
This
let me not
summer-
say that because that sounds very discriminative. You went to go help your community of Seabiscuits. You had to come together and support each other, so that's wrong for me to just assume.
Craziness.
It was unfortunate that Monday was our meeting night, sure. But no, the
no.
fact I just had a lot of freaking stuff I had to do there.
No.
You're a busy guy.
Unfortunately.
How's that feel?
What?
To be
I
a
just
busy
like
guy.
how we give him shit, and then Mike just throws in little jabs, slides him right in there.
Like, how does it feel to be busy?
Yeah.
Sucks.
I'm like, I woke up 15 minutes before I was supposed to be here.
Yeah, you told me that. I was like, man, fucking would love your life.
Yeah. I woke
Damn.
up. My cat is the reason I woke up. She was even like, shouldn't you be doing something? Like, just poking me. Like, is he dead yet? Shout out Karen, who doesn't have a Facebook. She's a cat. That'd be stupid.
Hey, you know what? As crazy as that sounds, like my wife made a Facebook page for our cat. Like
Really?
she literally did. Like,
Yeah, Milo.
dude has
That's
actually
awesome.
a couple followers.
One of my
but
friends.
it's crazy that you said
Yeah.
that shit does look kind of stupid when you think about it, but it's funny as hell.
Right. That'd be
Like,
like,
so, all right. So look, so if you have a cat, so Milo, he basically is like the living incarnation of Garfield. He's extremely
He hates
lazy.
Mondays.
He loves food, but the only thing that's different is he acts like a dog, sort of. Like, he follows me around the house. If I go somewhere, he has to be there. He has to sit there. If I'm like coming from somewhere and I don't know he's there, he'll reach out and like, grab me and let me know, hey, I'm here. I'm there when you don't think I'm there, which he's almost killed me a couple times. I think I've almost fallen down the stairs a couple times. Like that video. Oh, you ever seen Robot Chicken?
yes,
Yeah.
love
You know
Robot
they say
Chicken.
cats are assholes,
Yep.
and you see the cat stick its foot out. I feel like it's true. I feel like it's true.
That sounds like my friend Justin's cat Bear, who literally
I asked this man a
who
question.
plays fetch.
Can you let our guest answer the question?
Answer the question.
Thank you.
Damn question.
Can you repeat the question? No. Yeah, no. There's a specific reason my cat's name is Karen, because like she's a Karen. Like
She's a
From Will and
kid.
Grace.
she gets almost. She gets along well. She loves my girlfriend. Her and my girlfriend are like our little BFFs. She does not like me unless
She
I'm feeding
does
her
not like me.
or if I'm sitting at her spot. Every now and again, like I have a weird thing with animals. Like I don't like most humans. I love animals though.
Yet he says he doesn't like most humans, but he's sitting here with almost an hour and a half with us.
Well, I said most.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're fantastic
So the
people.
two of you are great. Which one am I leaving out? You guys decide. You figure that one out.
Cat dog.
No,
He's
but
not going to
like,
say we're bad because we're sitting next to him.
He knows that you're the producer and that me and Damien are the hosts. So who do you think he's talking about, dummy?
I don't even
The
know who I'm
producer
talking
and
about, to be
Damien.
honest. But yeah, no, like if she sits on my lap, like I'll cry. I'll steady cry for like 5 minutes because it's just like, thank you for loving me. Or she meows. She doesn't meow much because she's feral, or she was feral. So whenever she does meow, it's the cutest thing in the world, and like my heart just shits its pants. And like I have to think like there'll be times when I'll like have my hands on my knees and be like, my girlfriend will walk downstairs, be like, Karen meow, and it'll be like twice. Just like,
He said twice.
take a minute, all right? Go get some water.
See, it's crazy because we have another cat. Her name's Leah.
Right.
She meows nonstop, like nonstop. You give her whatever she wants. You give her all the attention she wants. She'll look at you and still keep doing it. Like it's just not enough.
That's why I don't like cats.
She's like your alarm clock. You'll never know she's there. Like
That fucking cat.
laying down, and then you'll just feel something like warm and fuzzy next to your head, and it's just and like it just wakes you up out of nowhere. Like it's crazy, man. It's absolutely great.
Yeah, have you ever had one in heat?
No, because both ours are fixed.
Oh God, that's the most miserable
No,
thing.
I know.
with
Before
the
he
cat
got
in heat.
fixed, man, he destroyed a really a really good polo, bro.
Yeah,
You got a hold of it, and it was just nothing to say.
Did you get Mike?
No, it's got white stains all over.
No, it was more than that. Like it was
Yeah.
like a biological attack. That's what it seemed like.
This is a weird story that I don't know I'm going to tell, but why not? Whenever my cat was the heat, because we got her, we thought she was younger than she was, or old, or I don't know how that works. But so we were like, we have time to get her fixed. We didn't, and so about 2 weeks into this, cat just like all night. I finally called my vet. I was like, what do I do? And they're like, well, there's this thing you can do. And I was like, all right, I'm listening. And they're like, do you have gloves? And I was like, all right, let's see where this goes. And she proceeded to give me the instructions on basically how to get my cat off.
Wow.
And so I'm sitting there with a shocked look on my face, just like, what the fuck are you telling me? Like, did I dial the right number? Like, is this one of those pay per minutes kind of things? Like, and I never did it. I didn't do it, but I know how. If anybody needs any help with their cats in heat, I have the gloves, and I'm $25 an hour. So
$25 an hour.
it's a process. You have to light candles. I'm sure there's some Barry Manilow music you should be playing in the background. I don't know what
That's
cats
crazy.
like.
That's awesome. All right, well, thank you guys for joining us tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
This was fun. This is a lot. This is a
I
lot of
appreciate
fun.
you coming
I'm
down.
hungry,
bro.
dude.
Absolutely.
I gotta eat.
I'm
I know. I'm
hungry
gonna go to
too.
Joni's Pizza right now. Was it Joni's Pizza?
Yeah, Joni's
Yeah,
Pizza.
did I get it right? All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Make
I was
sure you
trying to
go
throw a plug in.
He does some better spots than I do.
Yeah. Make sure you go to the Comedy Swamp on Facebook and like the page. Make sure on a Thursday night, if you got nothing going on, make sure you go out there and check out Mike's shows
Definitely.
out there. It's a great time. I've been out there. It's a fun time. You never know what you're going to see. And then make sure you join us August 29th at
29th.
the Crawdaddies right there on Main Street, St. Charles, where the Comedy Swamp presents an intimate night with the D.C.S Show.
I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm
There's
so
no
stoked for
telling
that.
what we're going to do.
We're
So
gonna get
stoked
freaky
for
up
that.
in that bitch.
We are going to get freaky.
Bring your cat if it's in heat. We'll take care of that
Yes,
right before the
we
show.
will do
as
it
well.
right on. No,
Yeah.
we'll do it on air.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll do it on the spot.
We'll
Hey,
do-
wait a minute.
We'll do a how-to on video.
Would that be animal cruelty if we got a cat off on the air?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
Would it?
Even
I
if we're
100%.
following the instructions,
We're
from
following the
the
instructions
Which I have written down.
of a
pretty
veterinarian.
sure.
That is
Yeah.
that's considered
I think
bestiality.
somebody would have an issue with that.
We're going to do it then.
Seabiscuit, your hands are going to be full.
See,
that
Biscuit,
night.
you're doing it, brother.
Yeah, I can walk you through it.
Right. And make sure you come and watch Seabiscuit play Guess What's in My Mouth. This is going to be interesting.
That, and we also have like the little question thing we're doing. So
Yes.
I'm looking forward to that too.
We
man.
do.
I think that's going to be fun.
That's how we're going to get intoxicated.
Really gotta set that up to where it's not just like things you guys bring. It has to be things that are there.
Seabiscuit, just relax.
Their menu is extensive.
I know.
Yes.
And I mean they're pretty cool. So I mean they'll let us do whatever. we
There's a
want.
bunch of things at Crawdaddies I've never had before. So
Your experience. You want to try them, huh?
You ever had any
Tell me
avocado?
what you think.
yes, that's how I found out I was allergic.
He said, funny.
Oh, Harris put jail time if we...
I was.
We get
Yeah, not the first time I've been jailed for getting a cat off.
That's perfect. That's perfect.
Kylie, that's perfect. And we are...
Hey, hold on, wait.
Yeah.
One more. Hey, man, you got to get Kylie with the pearls, man.
Hey, guys. Kylie did a really good thing for us last month. At South Broadway, we raised a lot of money for
She did a
for
great
one
job.
of our
We
number
truly
one
appreciate
fans, Wyatt.
Wyatt, you the best.
Wyatt's been on here. You could see the videos. My chest was completely raw
Oh, that was
hamburger.
hilarious.
Go
It was so
check out
hilarious.
Kylie's Unicorn Pearls with Kylie. She does shows. She's available for private parties where she'll come to the house and do the Unicorn Pearl party there at your house where she'll open up the pearls. She's done it here on One Nation Network with me and Linda, which was really cool watching her how she does that. So make sure you go check out Unicorn Pearls with Kylie. Go like that, support her. Make sure you go over and check out Mike's page, The Comedy Swamp, on Facebook. Go check it out. Go and like it. Mike's getting a tattoo of the Blade Trinity right on his ass.
1,000 likes.
It's gonna be a full cover art.
That's
I'm
right.
gonna be honest. I've
He
probably
said
if we
full
make it
cover.
it's close to 1,000, I'll probably still do it.
There you go. There you
I'm
go.
a team player.
Make sure you go check out all of our stuff. You guys know what it is. OneNationNetworkTV.com. YouTube, One Universal Production. Facebook, all of that. Make sure you go check out MMWA Wrestling, which that is Wednesday. XFL.
Definitely.
XFL STL Talk Show with me and Arlington Lane on Wednesdays, starting this Wednesday at 7 o'clock. And tomorrow night on One Universal Productions, we have the One Nation Network with me and Linda. That's it. We got some good stuff to talk about.
Yeah. I like y'all conversations.
Yeah.
Man.
And with that being said, we might go get a cat off
Yeah.
and not do it on camera.
Yeah.
Gosh.
I'm probably just gonna.
I mean, I'll have a camera there, but only
I
for
just
later
want to
use.
say
You
that I
know.
witnessed it. Just
It's
so.
more for the Pornhub thing.
And go check out Casey with 3 Ys. Casey with 3 Ys live on Twitch. Go check him out. Go check out all of our great sponsors. We are
Soap on a rope.
done. Mike, you want to give the last plug?
Joni's Pizza.
They got pizza.